Welcome to the United States of Tiffany. Our commentary offers a humorous take on wrestling. Please. Welcome to the United States of Tiffany. Our commentary offers a humorous take on wrestling. Please note, we're not bullying or attacking the wrestlers. We're engaging with the choreographed sport and its storylines. Our jokes and observations are about the characters and storylines, not the real people behind them. Tourists and citizens alike, welcome. Enjoy the show, and remember, it's all in good fun.
Oh, Lord Jesus. Hi. Hello, dears. I hope you guys enjoyed the Royal Rumble. It was something. Let's first get this shit out the way. The match happened between AJ Styles and Gunther won the match. But AJ Styles did not take his boots off in that ring. And when you retire, you remove your boots and you walk out of that ring. And he did not do that. He took the gloves off and put them gloves right back on, and he did not take off them boots. So something tells me that this man is not going to be completely done with wrestling. He just might show up in TNA and probably end his career where it started, which is in TNA, which I think is fair. AJ Styles, but he did not officially retire. He kind of did what you do when you have an I Quit match. You know what I'm saying? Or you have your last match at NXT. You get that standing ovation, everybody cheers you on, and then you leave. Right? So let's get into this match. This match was unnecessary. Number one, you didn't have to have Sammy eat a pin to Drew McIntyre. He has already lost to Drew McIntyre 11 times. You could have picked anybody to eat that pin. It didn't have to be Sammy. Okay? So I don't like that. That's the first problem. My second problem with this entire match is that Drew was being unnecessary. It was just too much. And I wasn't interested in the ups and downs, the highs and the lows, especially when there was no outcome other than Drew McIntyre winning. Now, this could work out in many ways. Sammy could enter into the Elimination Chamber and then challenge Drew McIntyre again at WrestleMania for that championship. That's very possible. But I don't see that happening anytime soon, especially with Drew consistently stirring the pot with Cody Rhodes, which we'll get to that in a second. So let's start off with these damn Rumble matches, child. I hated the women's match, but we'll start with the men's since that's the graphic I pulled up. All right. Look, I like the men's match. The men's match was booked right. The only thing I think that they messed up on was eliminating Brock the way that they eliminated him. I don't think he was supposed to leave out that match so early. But when I tell y'all that Obafemi being number one and starting off this match, and all of the niggas was in the beginning of this match, from Royce Keys to fucking Javon Evans, Trick Williams, Obafemi, all the niggas was in the beginning of this match, bitch. Every last one of them. And this match was so much fun when you first start watching it. Bron Breakker getting kicked out of that match from the beginning is absolute batshit bonkers.
Yes.
Batshit bonkers. I've never seen anything like that. Now, it's one of two people. It's either Seth freaking Rollins who did that shit to Bron Breakker, or it's fucking Austin Theory. Now, everybody said it's Seth because they saw his beard through the shirt and everything, and the clothes were super baggy, and Seth a little pigeon toe. He walked a little pigeon toe, and I saw some people, pulling up and stuff and saying that was Seth that did that, and Seth is about to be cleared. Here's the thing. I think Seth was okay enough to do the bit, but I don't think he did it. Now, it could have been anybody. But I thought that was a genius thing to do, was to get rid of Bron Breakker before he can even get started. We talking about Bron Breakker did not even compete. I low-key wanted to see him and Obafemi going at it. I really did. But Bron Breakker didn't even get to compete. Apollo Crews popped up in AAA.
Oh, shit.
Oh, they in there scrapping. They squabbling, baby. Oh, he got that little thing on his head. Anyway, sorry. So, I liked the fun of the men's match. I love the way the men's match was booked, how each number came out. I'm going to be honest. I felt like you could have brought in La Parka and Mr. Iguana early. You didn't have to bring them in so late. It was kind of a letdown to see them that late in the match. I feel like they should have been brought in much, much earlier. But overall, I really like the men's match for everything. Like, I love the interaction between Royce Keys, aka Powerhouse Hobbs, and Obafemi and Brock Lesnar and Bronson Reed. Like, it wasn't nothing but big men in there squabbling. And I was like, this is so much fun. It was so much fun to watch. I love the men's match. It was my absolute favorite match of the whole show. I loved it. I was infatuated. I'm like, oh, I have to watch this again because it's so good. The women's match, on the other hand, I did not like. I'm not going to lie. I believe the right person won in this match. I genuinely do. I'm surprised Bianca wasn't in here, which either leads me to believe that her injury is much, much worse than we have been led to believe, or she's still recovering from possibly a surgery to actually correct her finger, okay? So that is going to take some time. So Bianca might miss, she missed Royal Rumble this year. She's going to miss Elimination Chamber, and she's going to miss Mania probably. Bianca probably won't pop up until later on, like June, July, maybe. I wouldn't say she would pop up around SummerSlam, but she may. She may, because it would be fitting. Bianca's got a pretty good track record at SummerSlam, and that'd be a good time to put her back in the women's division on SmackDown is to pull her back in over there. But for the most part, this match was crowded with nothing but tag teams. Now, everybody was excited because the Bella Twins came back. Didn't give a fuck. Sorry, not sorry. I know some of y'all love Nikki and Brie Bella. I'm happy that y'all got what y'all wanted. But me personally, I can give less than a fuck about either one of them. Okay? And I know them hoes don't come back. So now they finna go after them tag team titles. Great. Give it to them. Because I'm at the point now where I don't give a fuck what you do with them damn belts. Okay? I don't care what you do with them. Because you got these belts hogging up this division to the point where you got people who could be competing for that damn championship, for the women's titles, all huddled up in this little tiny tag team division. Bitch, I will tell y'all the best thing about this whole fucking match was watching Liv Morgan eliminate Raquel's big back ass. That was incredible. And I said, thank God. Now, I know on one day she's going to spin it and say, listen, it was every woman for themselves. And if it was you in my position, you probably would have done the same thing. But sister, listen, I'm not trying to steal your stilo or your shine. I'm just trying to get what's mine. Okay. So I ain't mad at Liv Morgan. You know what I'm saying? The only thing that sucked for me was them being in the ring, attacking everybody and working together. I hated that. I hated that Bliss and Charlotte didn't throw them bows and fight each other when they came out there as 1 and 2. I didn't like that. I didn't like how people were saving other people and y'all hoes supposed to be fighting. And I really wish that they would have kept Nia in there long enough for her and Lash to battle it out. Another thing I did enjoy about the women's match was the fact that Lash lasted as long as she did, and she went out there and proved why she should be on this main roster and why she should be a contender for that women's championship. Lash Legend has put herself in a position where she's one of the next go-to girls.
Also, don't forget Kiana picking up.
Now, fuck ass Kiana, I ain't mad at you. Because Kiana went out there and put in work. Now, there's one thing I have always said about Kiana is that Kiana is an amazing wrestler. I have never taken away that woman's ability. I just can't stand her character work. It's horrible. But her in-ring work is impeccable, and she is light years ahead of Jacy Jayne and some of the other girls. Now, I will say that Kaylani and Sol Ruka look very comfortable out there. And I think that they should be kept. Soul especially needs to be brought up on the main roster. Kaylani needs to come up and be put on the main roster. Put Soul on SmackDown with the other black girls. Put Kaylani. If Kaylani's marrying Carmelo, put her on SmackDown too. You got a deepest SmackDown's roster. There's not a lot going on SmackDown, and they need some more bodies. Now, Tiffany Stratton done bought her bubble-lipped ass back. She was number 30. It just didn't do nothing for me. It didn't do nothing for me. But I was glad that Liv Morgan won because she earned it. Now, for the last 3 years, I want to say, Liv Morgan has been in the final 4 to the final 2 of the people who lasted throughout in that match. And it was well deserved for her to win the Royal Rumble. She has earned the right to be called herself the Royal Rumble winner. And that's something you just can't take away from her. So congratulations to Liv Morgan. Congratulations to Roman Reigns. Roman Reigns won in the men's Rumble. It came down to Roman. Let me tell you, it came down to Roman, Logan Paul. I want to say it was Penta. But it was Roman, Logan Paul, Gunther.
Yeah,
yes, it was Penta. They were the final 4.
No, the final 4 was Logan, Roman, Gunther, and fuck, who was the 4th?
Randy.
Yeah, Randy. Thank you.
It was Randy. Gunther eliminated Randy. Logan got eliminated. It doesn't really matter who eliminated Logan.
I believe Roman got rid of Logan.
I don't care. Logan shouldn't have been a part of the Final Four. That was a mistake. I don't know what they was thinking leaving him in there, but he shouldn't have been a part of the Final Four. Drew eliminated Cody.
Mm-hmm.
So Cody was out. And then Roman eliminated Jacob. Roman eliminated Jay. And now Roman Reigns got a decision to make. He can either go after Drew and easy pickings take that title back off of him and reset SmackDown back in his image. Or he can go after CM Punk and correct a few wrongs that he feels has been accosted against him. He got a lot of history with CM Punk. Last year's history where CM Punk targeted him specifically and Paul Heyman and literally caused the events that have happened as of right now when it comes to the Vision, Braun Breaker, and Seth freaking Rollins. All of that started because CM Punk was using his wiles to manipulate Paul Heyman and cause more chaos amongst Roman Reigns. Had CM Punk had focused on just being a part of Mania, I don't think that the situation would have gone in that direction. However, if he chooses CM Punk, that means that Roman will be regaled to SmackDown Monday Night Raw and will be going after CM Punk for that title, and Cody Rhodes and whoever else fights in the chamber will be the only ones that can compete for the WWE Championship. Now, I believe Cody's going to win the Elimination Chamber. Cody's the one that's going to go after Drew McIntyre, and more than likely, he's going to take that title back from McIntyre at WrestleMania. I still don't think that Sammy should have been a sacrificial lamb for that. I don't like that. But do with that what you will. You know? I actually like this match. Well, you on your own with that one, Hiram. I didn't care for the women's Royal Rumble at all. Some dummy on S thought it was Becky or Adam Pearce, and I was like, are you deaf, blind, or stupid, or all of the above? Okay. The iguana took that choke slam like a real one. Oh, that's crazy. Big meaty men slapping meat. I didn't like the women's match at all, Brandy. I was not a fan. It wasn't bad, but it wasn't fun either. I got spoiled for Brie. Oh, I didn't know she was coming. It was a shock to me, but I was like, well, I guess her ass is prepared now. It could have been Theory, but the way that guy attacked Ron, his ass was too flat. When his ass jiggles, that's crazy. I ain't looking at no jiggling asses now. What up, Don? Don said no. On the post show, she was like, no, I think she's happy for me. Chow boom. That girl ain't happy for you. That is delusion at its finest. Don says she's a number one contender and can choose whoever she wants. But no, I think she's happy. I know she understands. She's a number one contender and I can choose whoever I want. But no, I think she's happy. I think she understands. Oh, okay. We'll see, girl. We shall see, girl, because I don't think that's gonna go over as easy. Yeah, Soul and Lash lasting all the way. I was here for it. Black excellence. That Rumble was straight shit. Well, I'm glad you enjoyed it. You see it. You see it. Randy should have won. Really. Randy Orton winning the Royal Rumble. All right. And then what? There's been no storyline built for Randy Orton for any championship, whether it was CM Punk or whether Cody was still holding it, or even Drew McIntyre. There's been nothing. Randy hasn't solidified himself in any shape or form to be able to be a big contender for any championship. And this is no shade to Randall, but let's just put things into perspective. Out of everybody that lasted in that fatal four-way, excluding Roman Reigns, Randy Orton has not been around enough to establish himself. It would have made more plausible sense to give that match to either Gunther or Logan Paul, and you know that's saying something. Both of those men have been around long enough to establish themselves to do something. They would have added something to the match. It's no shade to Randy. No one's taking anything from him. Does he deserve to get that coveted spot? Yes. Does he deserve to get his third Rumble win? Yes. He deserves everything. Randy Orton is a legend in the making, okay? But the point I'm trying to make is, if y'all are requesting, which I'm one of those people, if you're requesting for things to change and to shift, and this is not a thing of what they did was right, wrong, or indifferent, right? But if you're requesting change, why is it that the only people y'all want to win are people like CM Punk, Randy Orton, Roman Reigns, Cody Rhodes? And from what I heard from around the way was Gunther. Everybody was picking Gunther when LA Knight could have won. He was right there. You feel what I'm saying? You could have gave it to anybody. If it was Randy's time, it could have been anybody's time. I hate that for Sammy because Sammy deserved better than that. I was gonna suggest Finn, but that's reaching. Finn was not in the Rumble. And Finn just knocked out CM Punk. So I'm very curious. I feel like at Elimination Chamber, CM Punk and Finn gonna have a match. And he's probably gonna win CM Punk. Which I hate that for Finn because it would be nice to see. Okay, babe. There was no storyline because they won't give him one. Duh. Well, he actually would have to be there. I mean, being off for 2 or 3 months doesn't give you exactly time to have a storyline. But go off. Whatever makes you happy. WWE is complete shit now. They keep putting the title on the same people. The storylines are shit nowadays. You can always watch AEW, MLW, New Japan. You can watch TNA. There are Fourth Rope. You can watch Fourth Rope. Fourth Rope is a great production right now. There are so many independents that are on TV that you can pull up. There's a whole fucking network of nothing but wrestling independent shows. Rocky Mountain Pro is over on YouTube. Stardom is on YouTube. There's so much shit that you can watch. You're not obligated to watch WWE. If you're not a fan of what you're seeing, or if you don't like what you're seeing, simply change the channel and watch something else. It doesn't serve you any purpose to sit up on the internet and bitch about how much of a shit that it is when you're not doing anything to either keep yourself from having to be in that negative space, or at least just watch something else that actually gives you what you want. Just turn it off. I want a fan. Yeah, me too. Just like they don't do shit with LA Knight. LA Knight took off because he had mandatory time in his contract to get off. LA Knight would have been there towards the end of the year and, of course, in the beginning of January if he did not request mandatory time off. This is why he was written off TV. He wasn't just out of the way because they didn't want to give him a storyline. He had one. He was facing off against the Vision, and then he got written off television. He took his time off. He was able to rejuvenate, and he came back, and he did pretty damn good in the Rumble. Now, I don't know what they might have for LA Knight in the future, but Money in the Bank is in September this year. So it's very likely that he could win Money in the Bank. Or they could give it to somebody else. It depends. No, I was suggesting that Finn could have stomped Braun. Well, I don't think it was Finn. But no, I don't think it was Finn. Title match wrestling helps. It is possible that Finn did it because the Mystery Man, it was around the same height, Aaliyah. But what? Why? Why would Finn help out Seth Rollins? Seth Rollins is one of his greatest ops, and he has yet to be able to beat this man except for when he had one messed up arm. I wouldn't help that nigga. What the fuck would I get involved in some shit with Braun Breaker in the Vision for? Logically, it just doesn't make any sense. He got kicked by Adam. So why not attack him and take his place? Why hide under a hood and not take his spot? If I didn't get the opportunity to be in the Rumble, right? Think about it. You're not in the Rumble. Adam Pearce said you can't be in the Rumble. You're not in the Rumble. All right, bet. So why not attack Braun Breaker immediately? Why would you hide? You can attack him and take his spot. The same thing Carmelo did to R-Truth a year or so ago, right? Babe, you remember?
Hmm.
Do you remember when R-Truth was supposed to be in the Rumble and he attacked? He got attacked by Carmelo.
Was it Carmelo?
Carmelo didn't take his spot, but he beat him up because he got eliminated.
Because it did. Wait, what? Well, no, because that happened a couple years ago too. Because that wasn't the first time that happened to R-Truth. Because R-Truth also got attacked by Nia, and Nia took his spot.
Right, but that was a while ago, and I believe that was when Edge came back. Because it was in one of those baseball stadiums. Because Dolph was in that match.
Yeah.
Ray was in that match. Randy RKO'd her.
Yeah, he did. That might have been the year Edge came back.
I think that was the year Edge came back. I'm not crazy. Don said Carmelo was like, he just kind of shrugged it off and then just started beating him up. Now, I'm just saying, if it was me or if it was you, like really think about it. If it's you and you are not allowed to be in a Rumble, right? They tell you, listen, Rumble's out. You didn't come to me in time, so I filled those slots. Honestly, you could have removed Mr. Iguana and La Parka. Okay, you didn't have to bring them in. So
Parker was out here looking like Stone Mania from Street Fighter.
Well, that's what he looked like all the time. So you're standing there, you see Braun Breaker coming there, and your immediate reaction is to attack Braun Breaker. Are you telling me that you're not going to take Braun Breaker's spot? You're just going to attack and then run out of the arena? I legit want to know. I feel like if it was Finn, he would have went inside the match. Yeah, Finn wanted to be in the match. Right? Like, why go after Braun out of all people, then leave and vanish? And Finn not dumb. He knows damn well he ain't got no backup, no Dom, no JD McDonough, no nothing. So you're going to go and attack one of the most protected people in the E right now. For what? What are you going to gain from that besides keeping Braun Breaker from winning the Royal Rumble? I don't know, man. That don't sound right to me. That's what I thought. No, I wasn't saying that Carmelo Hayes. I swear that Nia and them did all of that shit. that year. Oh, that was 14 hours ago. Now, Finn could have used the demon character to enter. I wish he would have and just took out La Parker or Mr. Iguana. That would have been a cool thing to do. But what I loved about the men's Royal Rumble is just how many big men were in that match and how much fun they had. Obafemi is so over, and he had not even wrestled not one fucking match over in Saudi. And to see those people stand on their feet for him when he entered and how they all knew his music and his interests and everything, that shit ate down. And I was like, oh, this is about to go stupid. Obafemi is already a star and he ain't even wrestled yet. And I lived for it. Powerhouse Hobbs changed his shit to Royce Keys right there on the Titantron. He came down there. He didn't get a huge pop, but people had an idea. And when he went in there, niggas was getting their ass whooped. You know what I'm saying? I'm very curious as to where they're going to put Hobbs. If they're going to put him in NXT, which I honestly would really like for him to go to NXT, or if they're going to put him on the main roster, which it looks like they are. I think they're going to put Hobbs on that main roster. I don't know where, but again, I'm very curious. Okay. Now, I'm not going to lie. When I saw Brock Lesnar and Obafemi in there, I wanted Obafemi to beat the fuck out of Brock Lesnar. I'm talking whoop his ass. Okay? But of course, he was suplexing everybody, so he had to make his good 10 million coin for the day. Ugh. I was so disappointed. Austin seems like the most logical one, but I guess we have to wait and see. That shit was funny though. That was the most interesting thing about the men's is that Paul Heyman was mad at Pierce for where Brian Breaker settled, but Brian Breaker pulled his own number. It's drawn at random, so he had no control over who went where, right? But Paul Heyman threatened Pierce. If Pierce was smart, he would go to the higher ups and say, "Look, this man is threatening me, and y'all know I'm on thin ice. I would never jeopardize my job after I've already been warned about this man and about these superstars. So how come it is okay for him to run around threatening me when I'm doing nothing but what y'all told me to?" You feel me? I would have dry snitched on his ass. If you can call and cut the bureaucratic tape, I can call and put that shit back up, bitch. You and I are going to be fighting until one of us understands the power that we have. It's either you cave and go about your business and stop fucking with me, or I'm going to take your fat ass to the night water. Period. I did think Trink got eliminated too early. It's pretty early for Trick Williams, but I'm not surprised that he got eliminated so early. The way I was cheering when Trick came out with them chatting loud, I was like, yes. I mean, I just wanted to see him get his ass whooped by that big black man. Like, for real. Not even trying to be funny. I'm glad he wasn't in there long. He was not. I was shocked that he got eliminated as quickly as he did. Now, I did love when we just saw Paul fall into shambles with both the Vision and Brock. Like, he basically had no other power play. Brock Lesnar was out. Braun Breaker was gone. By then, Bronson Reed had been eliminated, and Austin Theory was gone. So the only person left from the Vision was Logan Paul. Logan Paul lasted to the Final Four, which again I think was a huge mistake. I don't believe he should have been in there. I also think allowing Gunther to enter into the Royal Rumble and not let Sammy enter into the Royal Rumble is fucking crazy. That's nuts. That would have been crazy if Adam was in on it, but I doubt it though. Please. I didn't want him in that fatal 4-way. Listen. Right. I thought Sammy was in it. Nah, baby. Listen. Overall, if I had to give Royal Rumble a grade, I'd give it a C plus. I think for the men's Royal Rumble, it did its job. For the women's Royal Rumble, it was too tag team heavy. And I'm hoping by next year, when we get to Royal Rumble season, that things are different when it comes to the women. That we have more singles competitors and not so many tag teams. There were more tag teams in this match than I've ever seen in all 8 Royal Rumbles. Okay? Now, Natty came down there. Beat up on Maxine. Eliminated Maxine. Becky and Charlotte got to fighting. I low-key want to see them hoes fight again. Because they always fight hard every single time. And I love every minute of it. I want to see them bitches fight again. It wasn't a bad Rumble, but it wasn't a good one either. But like I said, the right person won the match. I didn't like the Final 4. I wasn't a fan. Only thing I can remember is Tiffany Stratton being in there. Let me tell y'all something. Jacy Jayne. I know y'all like Jacy Jayne, but in this Rumble match, she was as basic as they come. Okay? She was uber basic in this match. Out of all of the NXT girlies that was brought into this match, I really feel like they should have brought Jada Parker or Blake Monroe in this match rather than having her ass be in there, because she just did not know the assignment. I don't know what is going on. I don't get it. But something wasn't giving. It just wasn't giving. I didn't like her performance in the match. Was it terrible? Not necessarily. But was it up to par in terms of like where Soul, Lash, Kaylani, Kiana? No. No, she was behind the curve. And she's the fucking champion. Absolutely not. Now, I can low-key see why Sammy didn't enter. Why? Since he just had a title match. And fuck that's supposed to mean? Becky literally lost her title the year she won the Royal Rumble, lost her title that same night, and then turned around, took Lana's spot, and won the Royal Rumble. So absolutely the fuck not. I don't want to hear that. Charlotte's gear was fire. I love Charlotte's gear. I loved everybody's gear except Jacy's. Jacy's gear was basic as hell, just like her wrestling was. Everybody else took the concept of their gear, their normal gear that they would wear, and turned that shit into the suits so that they would be appropriate for the audience, which I respected. Yeah, I forgot Jacy was in there for a bit. She didn't stand out because she a basic bitch. But tell y'all, I didn't mind Lola being there. She did well. Lauren did great. I didn't have a problem with Lola's performance. Lola did great. Jordan 8, I loved hers. Jordan looked like she was in Versace. She did. There was some blue in her gear that threw me off. I like the gold concept and the extravagance of the gear, but there was that blue that was in the gear, and I think there was some red in there that just threw me off. The placement of where it was, it drew the eyes right to her thighs, which is where they had that blue at, and I just didn't understand why they did that. I was like, you could have put that blue like on her stomach so it could draw your eyes to the abs, or on her chest, or you could have had it on her back in a very strategic way. But like, for you to just slap that blue on her thighs and hips like that, it bothered me. It was the way that it was positioned. Roxanne's gear was a play on Shigo's gear from Kim Possible.
Yep.
So I understood Roxanne's gear. Right. Soul's gear looked like a combination of what Jeff Hardy and Lita would wear.
Yep.
So I kind of got Soul's gear. Okay. I was surprised that AJ Lee wasn't in the Royal Rumble. I was surprised at that. But she was not in the Rumble. And she probably didn't want to go to Saudi because she don't like them people. And she don't like that deal with the Saudis. And I don't blame her. You know, she's like, I got integrity, bitch. I'm not going. I don't want that fucking money. Fair enough. CM Punk said, bitch, you don't want it. I'll take it. It'll go into our family account, bitch. Anyways. What else did I want to talk about? The attendance.
Sure.
Now, I want y'all to put this into perspective. WWE built that big ass stadium in the middle of Saudi, in the middle of Riyadh, built that big ass stadium, and they did not fill up that whole stadium. And did you notice they didn't make an announcement about the attendance numbers? Did I miss it?
No, they didn't. No, because it wasn't sold out.
Now, they moved everybody when they went to commercial break because we had a problem. Because after, I want to say it was Drew and Sammy's match. No, because we went right to Royal Rumble after Drew and Sammy's match. It was after Gunther and AJ Styles. Our TV went completely black. And there was something wrong with the broadcast. I had to go out of the app, come back in, and it still was black. And then all of a sudden, it popped back in. Now, when it popped back in, after the women went, Gunther and AJ went, and then they started looking up for Drew. That's when the seats on hard cam and behind the camera were starting to fill up. But the seats that were on the right-hand side of the screen, those seats were open the whole fucking show. And you can see when hard cam will widen out, you can see all of them seats in that back, that in the curve of the stadium, all of them fucking seats was open. Every single one of them. And I was just like, that's crazy. Because you were charging these people anywhere from $21 to $270 to come to this show. But you charge us triple the price. You charging us $600 to $800 for nosebleed seats, bitch. If you sit in front row, you paying at least $5,000. And you couldn't fill out the stadium? Child. You thought the motherfuckers was going to travel all the way to Saudi Arabia when Donald Trump is keeping people from coming back in the country if they don't have the right passport? And even then, when you do got a passport, bitch, they want your name, your mama's name, where you came from, what time you were born, the left toe, and how big it's supposed to be. They want every birthmark that is on your ass cheek. Bitch, they want everything. Birth certificates, utilities, marriage license. And if none of that shit matches your damn passport and your ID, you're not going nowhere. You're going to go to a detention center. We talking minor discrepancy, like your last name don't match your fucking real ID, bitch. Your passport got your married name on it, but your real ID has your maiden name. Oh, no. You're not a citizen. This is fraud. They put your ass in jail. Okay? So motherfuckers was not going to Riyadh. What nobody going to no motherfucking Riyadh? Okay? Natty finna pop off. I don't know why y'all expecting that lady to pop off, but y'all do you. I heard her entrance music. It's a bop. It's cute. But I'm not expecting nothing from Natalya other than what she gives, because that Natty character I've seen, and then Triple A, it didn't give what it was supposed to have gave. But maybe she got a little bit more going on over here in WWE. But for right now, I'm unimpressed. I'm not impressed. Built that stadium for no reason. I didn't get the point of the lights. The LED lights was everywhere. Them LED lights was everywhere. And honey, listen, it really messed me up because I'm sitting here like, why do they have these LED lights up? There were nobody in the seats. You could tell nobody was in the fucking seats. You could see. JJ, when you get a chance, can I please have some water?
Yeah.
I drank that Stella, and then I had them 2 cups of Di Serono. I got to drink some water. I'm low key a little tipsy, just a little bit.
That's right.
I drank the Di Serono straight. Like don't judge me like that.
I didn't know you drank it straight.
I had 2 cups. I had 2 cups of Di Serono. You was in the kitchen gabbing to your brother the whole time. You didn't see me drinking anything. It was only 25,000 people in there, I believe.
That's being generous.
I thought it was a backdrop, but then I saw people and I was like, hell no, it was empty, baby. It was empty. It was empty, honey. Hulu was flipping out. I thought I wasn't crazy.
It was cutting out because they was trying to figure out how to move them people so it wouldn't the camera would pan them empty ass seat.
Yeah, but they could have said they with the commercial and they'd be right back. They just put a fucking black screen up there and didn't say shit. Yeah. That shit was crazy.
That's because WWE panicked.
Nah, you crazy. At that point, you could have just left the shit alone.
Should have stayed your ass in the face.
Well, they're going back over there next year. And Mania in Saudi, but you're not going to give London Mania? Woo, child.
2 nights of Mania in Saudi is nuts.
2 nights. And they got the nerve to have Mania there. I ain't going nowhere. I'm going to sit on my ass and watch TV like I always do. Nah, it happened for everybody. I just stayed on the stream. I thought so. Hello, Louie. Not pull your meat out and let me smell it. What the hell? I had to look at that. Nah, he said that's the baby for the baby boy fans. Jesus Christ. I expect nothing more. You just don't give a fuck. And I don't. Natalya don't never move me. Natalya does not move me. Do I hate Natalya? No. I think Natalya is a wonderful wrestler. Character-wise, nothing she says does anything for me. I would never believe anything that bitch says to me. Like, she would have to beat my ass. I would legitimately laugh at her face. I'd be like, girl, please go play with somebody else. Take your ass in the house. I'm petty. I'm be like, so what happened? You turned over this new leaf because your man don't want to come in the house like a burglar and take and run you out and just run through your ass? Is that what you mad about? I will put your ass on blast, honey. I'll go to some OG diva shit. I'm like, are we mad because Summer Rae was pretty and thin and tall and that was never yours? I had to pull a New York and you are nothing of the sort? Is that what we're mad about? What's tea? Natalya don't move me. Like I said, Natalya's an amazing coach. She can train just about anybody to be great and be better than where they are. And I love that for her and for TJ. But girl, when we're talking about you being in the mix, you being out there in the throes of it all, baby, no. It's a no for me, dog. It's a no for me. Child, that Stella is very, very smooth. It tastes like blackberry juice, and I took that shit to the face. I did not sip that damn wine at all. I just gulped it down. And I had already had 2 half cups of Di Serono in my stomach. So I'm not drunk. I'm just a little inebriated.
I'm where I need to be.
I'm just a little inebriated. You know what I'm saying? I'm surprised Green Shirt guy went. Them people got fucking money. So they be popping up everywhere. And y'all trying to do Mania in Saudi? This was embarrassing for a Royal Rumble.
Right. One of the big five.
This is one of the big five. This was fucking embarrassing. If I was WWE, I would be pissed.
Yeah.
I would feel very disrespected because you definitely acted as if this was gonna be one of the best shows you put on. And baby, it was not. It didn't hit the way you thought it was. Now, like I said, I will admit, I absolutely love the men's Royal Rumble. If I can, I will rewatch that shit again. I truly enjoyed that Royal Rumble from start to finish. I really did. But the women's Royal Rumble, not watching that again. Keep it. They did them LED lights and Money in the Bank when the seats weren't full because of traffic. Mm-hmm. They saying it was because of traffic, but it's because the tickets didn't sell. What? Y'all always be mad at me when I be saying stuff. Y'all don't like it. Oh, they would have to cut your mic immediately. I listen. She's the one who said it. The lady got 50,000 cats in her house. How you a cat lady and got a husband at home? Is you fucking TJ or the cats, bitch? I would run Natalia's ass down. I'd be like, how you want to go get your lips done and got your lip looking like a Neanderthal? What is happening? Please back up out my face. Please get out my face. I don't want to hear nothing you got to say. I don't want to hear nothing about you being a boat. Bitch, I don't care. I don't care about none of that. Okay? Back up out my face. Please. Girl. Child, she was a hot mess on Total Divas. Ooh, Blackberry. That sounds good. It's so good. Even Gerard liked it. And my husband is not a drinker. He does not like alcohol like that. But he loved that Stella. But I want to try Taylor Port. But Don said that shit get you fucked up. And I have to go find that Rain vodka, I think it was, or it was wine. Don don't tell me if it's wine or vodka. But I have to go find that and try that. But I don't think we have that up here in Cleveland. I think I might have to buy it online. We could have had Euromania. Child, we could have had a lot of shit. She loves cars, baby. Is it too late for them to change the location for Mania? Because this is going to be a disaster. Well, as far as I know, the answer to that is yes. Because they've already promised the Crown Prince that they're going to be in Saudi for WrestleMania. They've already set that shit up. So they're going to be in Mania for Saudi Arabia next year. They're not going to change. And if I recall, next year's Mania is in May. It's not in April. You're going to have a good time off that Taylor Port. Hell no. Yeah, Rain is vodka. Okay. I'm gonna look it up and see if I can find it at the state store. Luckily on Sundays our state store is still open. It don't be closed. Yeah, they sell liquor here. We are not a dry county.
Walmart don't sell liquor on Sunday.
The Walmart don't?
No, most Walmarts don't sell liquor on Sunday. At least I know the one out in South Euclid don't. There's literally a sign on the liquor.
No liquor on Sunday?
Mm-hmm. No liquor sales on Sunday.
But you can buy beer.
You can buy no alcohol on Sunday.
You a damn lie. I done seen them white folks go in there and buy beer in Giant Eagle and in Walmart.
The one in South Euclid is literally signs on the liquor section because it's all one aisle. That literally on the actual refrigerator part and on the liquor that they don't have in the cooler. It says no liquor sales on Sunday.
That's crazy. Low-key disrespectful. How come y'all can go buy a gun on Sunday, but you can't buy liquor? I know my rights.
Shoot a motherfucking face off if you want to.
I know my rights.
You get that pump action shotgun with them dragon breath round.
I don't know how people can drink straight up beer. Beer is not my forte. I don't like beer. Gerard did say there's only a few beers that he liked.
They don't give you that bitter bite
that he felt like I should try. I thought Modelo would be okay, but
Yep.
I tried Modelo. It's very bitter. I haven't tried the Modelo Negro,
Nope.
but Gerard told me
Negative.
that one is
That's
super
worse.
hoppy and bitter. I was gonna try a Guinness, but then somebody told me that Guinness was super bitter, and I was like, damn. I'm just trying to find a good one. But anyways, Gerard told me one that I should try, and I might try it in when we make homemade pizza and stuff for Wrestle Eats.
It's two of them. You gotta remember how life is blood like platinum.
Yeah, but I got a new episode for Wrestle Eats coming up in a few weeks, and it's gonna be my Kurt Angle episode, and I'm very excited about it because it's an easy, simple recipe, and I really want to do it. So, any whoosies, if you missed the Royal Rumble, here's my recommendation: skip the AJ Styles and Gunther match, skip the Drew McIntyre and Sammy match. It's not necessary to torture yourself with those matches. I wouldn't tell you to skip the women's match only because the women deserve the eyes. Whether you love it or hate it, watch the match anyway in its entirety. But I absolutely highly 1,000,000% recommend the men's Royal Rumble. It has been a long time since I have said the men's Royal Rumble ate down, but it did. It was so good. I was fucking locked in for the men's Royal Rumble. I love the pacing of it. I loved how each person came in. Cody came in fairly early considering where I thought they were going to place him. I think he came in around 11 or 12. Was that his number? But he came in pretty damn early. And there was just a lot of black people in the early part of this match just eating down, and I lived for it. Okay, I was so excited, so ecstatic for this. I was so happy. I'm very proud of Lash Legend, extremely proud of Soul, Kaylani Jordan, Lola Vice. Proud of y'all. Y'all came in there and did y'all motherfucking thing. And congratulations to Liv Morgan. Love her or hate her. She absolutely earned the right and deserved to be called the Royal Rumble winner. And congratulations to Roman Reigns for now entering the same realm as one of your greatest enemies and one of your greatest counterparts of Randy Orton and, of course, Cody Rhodes. So we shall see how this is all going to play out. There's one more place for people to begin to look forward to get to WrestleMania, and that is Elimination Chamber. So we shall see how this all plays out. But y'all, I love y'all so much. You want to try? I wanted to try Sir Davis. I looked and saw the price of it. It wasn't that expensive when she dropped it. It sold out so fucking fast. But I want to try it. However, I do love me some good Fireball. I don't know. I'm not a Fireball person. I need that to be mixed in something. Try St. James Red Velvet wine. It's delicious. I'm gonna make a list. I'm gonna make a list, bitch. I fell asleep during those matches, baby. I was on my phone. Honestly, I still got videos I could upload. I'm thinking about uploading them. I don't know. I might. That shit Roman did to Jay had me dead. I mean, low key, he kind of deserved it. He kind of deserved it because you were in the middle of the match. Jay Uso took forever to come down there and then tried to run it back.
When he got his ass in the ring, the next person was coming out.
Right. And it was Roman, if I recall. Like, fuck up with all that silly shit. I thought we lost that war game. Nah, for real. It doesn't sell here. It don't. Either it was the acoustics of the arena or that crowd did not care for my boys, Mr. Iguana and La Parka. Unfortunately, Suge, they did not care for Mr. Iguana and La Parka. And to be honest with you, I think they did them a misservice by bringing them into the Saudi Royal Rumble. I really believe they should have held off and brought them in to the Royal Rumble that was here in the States. Because Mr. Iguana would have got a huge pop.
Yeah,
La Parker would have got a huge pop. Like, And I just felt like when you are going overseas, and it's no shade at all to Laquana or La Parka, it's no shade to neither one of them. But international don't always mean like international everywhere. Sometimes international can just mean in certain places. And while I respect and love Mr. Iguana and La Parka, I would have replaced La Parka with Carmelo Hayes, and I would have replaced Mr. Iguana with Finn Balor. I definitely would have. And I'm sorry, and I love y'all, but I really would have. That's why Jay Cardio be so shitty, always doing some extra. Yeah. I hate it. Throughout the show, they seem quiet. That's just me though. No, actually, you know what? They were not hyped for the women's match. Not at all. They barely responded to the women being out there, which is why I low-key wish that they wouldn't, but I understand why they had the match. They had to. Obviously, it's Royal Rumble. The women are competing, but the crowd in Saudi don't really care about them winning. They cheered for Liv when she won. They went off when Brie Bella came out there. Yes. They went off when Rhea came out and Io came out. Like, they were hyped for those girls. And they even gave Bayley like a lot of love and a standing ovation, right? But like, they really were not giving nobody any fucking anything. It just wasn't worth it, in my opinion. Brie got a good pop though. Yeah, good for her, baby. I'm glad the little girls loved the match. I'm glad that they liked it too, because even though everybody don't like it, I'm glad that the women get to see the women performing and being strong competitors in that ring, and that's really what's important. They were booing Nia hard. They said she couldn't wrestle. That ain't none of my business. Ooh, damn, I forgot all about Nia. Well, her ass got eliminated. That's all that matters. Listen, y'all, I'm gonna get my ass up out of here. I'm gonna go ahead, fix my bed, take me a nighttime gummy, and go to sleep in this bed. It's hot. As soon as I turn off the fan, Jerry, it gets hot in here. Can you turn it back on, please? I hate it here sometimes. I will see y'all on Monday after Raw, because you know they're going to blame Austin Theory for taking out Bron Breakker. It's going to be fun. But yes, it's about to be an interesting time. We are officially on the road to WrestleMania, and I am very curious as to where Opa Femi is going to end up and where Royce Keys is going to end up. This is going to be a fun time. Y'all make sure you rate, comment, and subscribe, okay? You know what, Don? Nia did look good. I did like her gear. For once, I liked her gear. She looked so pretty. And y'all make sure, like I said, if you haven't watched anything from Royal Rumble, go watch the men's Royal Rumble and watch the women's too. But the men's Royal Rumble is so worth it. And with that being said, bye. Ooh, I'm so sleepy, y'all. I'm tired.
Thanks for tuning in. Don't forget to rate, comment, and subscribe for more wrestling content. Check out our merch and consider becoming a member for exclusive perks, special emojis, and members-only content.